You're looking at real people on real journeys. It's realistic. My name's Lou and I've been working with Chris since April last year. I've had a sort of roller coaster of sort of doing quite intensive things and then doing nothing and then back on things again. But I think what was holding me back was expecting instantaneous results and then not getting them and then thinking this isn't working and then just ditching it and then just going back into like a slump again. Working with Chris as an online coach, I was given a really structured plan as to what to do. So going into the gym for the first time with this plan, it was really easy to follow, and whereas before I would go into the gym and just not really know what each bit of kit did or what I needed to do on it for however long. I had this lovely sort of structured thing about how many reps I needed to do. If there was any sort of bits of kit that I didn't really understand how to use, I could watch the video and Chris would sort of guide me through those. So it was actually really, really straightforward. I'd follow Chris on Instagram. A friend of mine had been a client here a few years ago and that's how I ended up being directed towards Chris. So people's transformations were incredible and realistic as well. You know, it's quite easy, I think, to fall into the trap of people selling you these ideas where in 6 weeks you're going to have this set of abs, and it's not realistic, and I know that, you know. And so looking at Chris's, you're looking at real people on real journeys, that it's realistic, you know, and I'm like, oh, right, I think that's going to be for me, isn't it? Because that's the real deal, I suppose. Goals for me were particularly more about motivation and habit. So I knew that I needed to get into a situation where exercise just became part of my normal routine. And I was starting a new job at the same time, and I thought this is a really good opportunity to create the mould in which this sort of the next chapter of my life is. So it's going to be this new job and exercise. At that time, I was also feeling really low about my body. So yes, there was a real motivation to get my body transformed, but it just felt like as long as I got into a new habit, that would come with it. And then I got this wonderful like bonus of just having new habits, new lifestyle, but also a new body, really. I'm really enjoying my leg presses at the moment. I can really press a lot more than I used to be able to. It's been a really significant change in a relatively short period of time. I really like engaging those muscles. It feels really sort of quite satisfying. And then also when I'm at work, I have to do quite a lot of heavy lifting, and I'm aware of that. Oh yeah, that leg press, that's helped. You know, it's really, really helped. I work night shifts, and recovery from night shifts is really important in terms of how much you get on your days off. How many of your days off do you spend feeling grim because you're tired? And my recovery levels are much, much better now. So my work days are intense and hard. When I'm off work, I've got energy and I'm up and about and I can get things done, which is really, really life-changing, really. I met Chris for the first time in person when I did my photo shoot, which is really odd because I've been in communication with Chris almost on a relatively daily basis for about a year. We finally actually met for the first time a few weeks ago. Going into that photo shoot was quite nerve-wracking. Never done anything like that before. I definitely was more confident since having transformed my body. Wouldn't have wanted to do it before, certainly not. But I was proud of myself, you know. I was proud to be able to sort of show off my work, and it was quite nice to have something that I can remember it all by, you know, and I've got a record now of something that I've achieved and something that I'm proud of. For anybody thinking about starting their fitness journey with Chris, I would say you've probably been thinking about it for quite a while. Just don't put it off any longer. There isn't anything to lose and everything to gain. Don't worry about any of the whether it will work or whether it won't work. That's Chris's job. He does that. You just show up and do it, and you'll find the results quite quickly, and you'll be so glad you did it. Don't put it off for another 2-3 months. Just do it now, really.